Welcome everyone. So in this video, I am going to show you how you can create a true sidereal human design chart in genetic matrix. Since Ethan Schimanti, the founder of True Sidereal Astrology, officially released the way that he calculates the True Sidereal Astrology charts, we now have some official values and a way to calculate this because also genetic matrix has also made some quite nice updates that I think you are gonna love. So here, as you can see, this is the tropical version of my human design chart. And if you go in here in the beginning, it will not work if you just select any of the true sidereal here. So don't do that right away. What you want to do first is you want to go to settings. And I'm going to show you how you want to update those. So once you're there, you're going to leave everything. So here, the astrology system, you want to leave it as tropical. Hybrid calculation, you want to keep that off. Where you want to make updates is here under Astro HD Sidereal settings. And you want to select here under the Ayan Namsha. You want to say user defined SVP. That's going to be at the very bottom. And then for fixed sidereal vernal point, you want to select 31.2836. And I want to show you where this number comes from. This comes from this article where Ethan Schimanti officially shared how he uses the calculations. And here you can see all the numbers. So this is for J2000. This is used in astrology. That's January 1st, 2000 as the date. And this is what he's using as the baseline. And here, this is where this number is coming from. Yeah, so this is the SVP value we have. And then also he has the exact length of each of the signs or the constellations, which total up to 360 degrees. But here you can beautifully see that they're not evenly 30 degrees, right? And we also have 13 with a ficus, yeah. So going back here to genetic matrix now, this is the number here you want to put in, double check it for the fixed sidereal vernal point, and this is for the reference year 2000. This is this J2000. This you're going to keep at 0, and then you're going to click update. You want to make sure it says that the settings have been successfully updated, and then you say OK. And now you go back to your charts and people. Usually the first chart shows up here. And again, right? So this is my tropical chart. Now, from this drop down, you want to go to the True Sidereal M midpoint, not the Schimanti. I know even though Schimanti is the one that created the midpoint, I think they still wanted to keep the older version before Ethan made his official updates. There were some minor changes to what it was before, but this is the official now. So you want to select that. And then it will give you your exact true sidereal human design chart. So as you can see, mine has changed quite a bit compared to the tropical. And one thing that you want to keep in mind that I have seen happen a lot once you start to use it is that sometimes when you go back to tropical, now it's working. But if I'm going to pull up a couple of other charts and at some point the tropical in the system. So if I, let me see this. So if I go here, I'm going to say midpoint. And if I now go to settings, let me see what happens. Yeah, here. So the last one that was up because I had selected the True Sidereal, and now it picks it up as the main astrology system. So if you're going to run a new human design chart, it may automatically already be the True Sidereal midpoint version, but you may think it's the tropical. So that's something you have to be really careful with. Because now when I go back to charts and people, you're going to see that, even though I have tropical selected here under system, it says the true sidereal M, and that's also the chart version. And this is the only glitch I see currently still with genetic matrix, but my wonderful clients have showed me a way how you can get around this. So what you want to do is, even though this says tropical, go back to the true sidereal midpoint. It's going to be the same chart again. And now you want to go back to tropical again. And now you have the tropical chart. So obviously it helps if you know what your tropical chart looks like. If you create a new chart for a client, you really always want to make sure that up here it also says tropical, right? So going back now to the true sidereal and midpoint, it will work. And to be super sure, just click a few times between tropical and the sidereal midpoint to make sure you have the right version there, okay? Because if you create a new chart for one client and you want to pull the tropical chart, for example, for that particular client, but then it says sidereal here because somehow it picks it up in the settings, whatever you have selected here last, then again, you have to manually go back and select tropical here. But then it works beautifully. And this is wonderful now because now it will work for any chart, right? The midpoint. We no longer have to make any kind of adjustments here. So this is you want to make sure you keep this all under this. And if you did make some manual adjustments here before, because that's what we had to do previously under the individual astro settings, then if you still have a value here, let's say you had here 31 point something like this, then this will override whatever you have in the settings, right? So you want to make sure that this stays at 0 and just you have the global settings here, okay? In the very beginning, if you had some individual charts with the global settings, you will have to go through all of them and clean them up. That was a little bit of work on my end as well. But the good news is that as of today, as I'm recording, it's September 8th, 2025. This is how it's working. If there will be any further updates, I will definitely keep you informed about it. But this is a huge, huge progress. I have honestly been dreaming about it a year ago because we had to figure out what is the right number. We were very, very close, to be honest, but now since Ethan released the midpoint method, and we can make a overall adjustment in the settings, which uses this SVP value for J2000, and then it automatically calculates the precession for us. So we no longer have to do this manually for every chart. Okay, so this is amazing. And the other thing is that you can also now go here and you can check out the foundation mandala. And then you're going to see that, you're going to have here the exact sizes of the constellations as well. You're going to also see a ficus here. So it's all aligned with the actual sizes of the constellation. So I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any kind of questions, please feel free to comment. And if you're excited as I am about this update, I also want to hear from you. All right. Ciao, everyone. May this serve you. Bye.